Hi there, I'm Polar0 and I'd love to show you what I've built using Chainlink Functions. So first I explain you what my implementation is, and then we can just go through the code and the front end I've made to illustrate the request. And yeah, I just explain you step by step what it actually does, and I hope it can inspire you and just you can understand to what extent you can use Chainlink Functions to your benefit. So anyway, the code is quite simple. It takes the address of a user and the address of an ERC20 token across multiple chains. So it takes both and then fetches the balance of the user for that token across each chain, and then it just combines everything and returns that total balance to the contract. So the contract is an implementation of the functions client. Right there it builds the request, so it takes the source code, the secrets and the arguments, send them to the Oracle network, and once they agree on a result, they just return that result to the contract. Right here, the fulfill request, we just get that balance back as a uint and verify the user. So this is something I've added. You can guess how much it's already allowed to be able to retrieve the balance of a user for a token across multiple chains and return it in a secure way into that smart contract. It's already a lot. I've just added a mapping of authorized user, so this is the required balance to be authorized. The user must hold at least 10 links across these chains. If they do, they are added to a mapping that will allow them to execute some functions. This is a really simple function that allows you to update a number if you're authorized. So if you hold at least 10 links across multiple chains. You could do a lot more. It's really just a small implementation, but you can guess with the front end, for instance, you could just have a function signature and some arguments added as parameters and allow only authorized users to use that function, and then you can just interact with another smart contract which would be a token gated across multiple chains, but all that while only using one chain. For example, right here it's on Polygon Mumbai, so the gas is really cheap and you can benefit all the advantages of that chain while still being able to interact with multiple other chains. So I show you with the front end, which kind of illustrates the request and all the process in a more explicit way. Okay, so now I'm connected with a fresh wallet. It doesn't hold any link token at all, so let's just run a request and see what happens. Okay, the request was successful, but the user couldn't be verified because they don't hold enough link. Just see right there, balance 0 and cost of the request, well, 0.00007 link. That's not much for such a request. Okay, so now let's just try again with a wallet that has enough link to get verified. So right here, balance fund across all chains, 156 link, cost of the request, again 0.0001. So yeah, that's it. And now that we're verified, let's just input something else. Okay, I can see we can interact with the contract. You can just do the same right there and see that this authorized function can be interacted with this address, and we could not do the same with an address that was not verified yet. Okay, that would not work. So yeah, that's it. I hope you can see how much it can help to be able to use Chainlink functions, so you don't have to run a node to maintain a node, to run serverless functions and all that kind of stuff anymore. You can just rely on the decentralized Oracle network to run this request for you and just focus on the smart contract and the security and the functionalities. And if you would like some inspiration, you can just go right there and see some pieces of code that will just show you what you can achieve using the functions. So yeah, thanks a lot for listening. I hope the accent was not too much. And yeah, thank you and see you.